Welcome back to Engineering Geology sessions. In this lecture, I will be teaching about how to select a rock for various civil engineering purposes. We will be observing the different qualities of rocks on basis of quality, how to select a particular rock for various civil engineering construction purposes. Type of rock, general classification of rock. If we are taking as considering for a foundation rock, what are the qualities it should have? Like that, for railway ballast purpose, concrete aggregate, and as road metal, and as a flooring and roofing purpose. Introduction. We already completed the general discussions about what is a rock, what are the types of rocks. There are huge variety within each type of rock. Depending on their engineering properties, rocks have been used in various construction purposes, like in flooring and roofing, as road metal, as concrete aggregates, as railway ballast, rocks will be using. Rocks are using for making bricks, fireplaces and kitchen counter of a home, dams, buildings, railway ballast, pavement material, road metal, concrete aggregate, etc. Rocks are extremely important in terms of their stability and strength as a geological material on which construction happens. Now we are going to learn what are the engineering qualities a rock should have in order to select it for various civil engineering purposes. First one, we are going to observe the strength of a rock. The compressive strength of different rock will be varying. Very high strength rock will be having compressive strength of more than 2240 kilogram per centimeter square. Like that, high strength rock will be having 1120 to 2240 kilogram per centimeter square as compressive strength. If a rock is categorized as very low strength, it will be having compressive strength ranges less than 280 kilogram per meter square. So based on their compressive strength, a rock will be chosen for different purposes. Next quality, durability. The durability of the rock is also very important since the hard stratas which are present below to the earth surface are the area where all the load will be distributed from the superstructure. So durability of foundation rock as well as the construction material rocks will be very important in order to give more strength to the building as well as in order to give more stability to the building. Durability. Stone should have possess a natural durability to withstand the destructive effects of various agents continuously operating on them. How the hardness can be the quality of a building stone. The hardness of the rock is also very important. It can be tested with the use of Mohs scale in the laboratory. The hardness test is very important to check how it will be withstanding the abrasion and various scratching. Because materials which are used for pavement material as rock metals are very important to have very good hardness because it is always undergoing various forces like wear and friction. So hardness against the abrasion forces is very important. Next one, specific gravity and weight. The stones used for construction of dams, weirs, barrages, docks, and harbors should be a heavier variety. In case of dam and roof coverings, lighter varieties of stones are preferred. The specific gravity of good building stones should be between 2.4 and 2.8. So in the case of major civil engineering construction, the specific gravity is considered as one of the prior component. But for roofing material, the specific gravity can be reduced. Such low specific gravity rocks can be used for roof coverings. Next one, cost, which is very important. Always for construction material purpose, the nearby locally available material will be preferred in order to reduce the expense of transportation of construction material. And for quarrying purpose and transportation purpose, the cost can be reduced if it is locally available. An important consideration in the selection of building stone is its cost. The cost of a stone depends upon the ease with which it can be quarried out, the proximity of the quarry to the place of use, and the transportation facilities available. Next one, texture. Texture can be a criteria when we are selecting material for flooring purpose. Good appearance is very important for flooring purpose. In that case, texture will be a prior component. Homogeneous texture is always preferred for good appearing flooring material. Next one, porosity and absorption. A good stone should not be porous. Porous is nothing but the hollow spaces which are present in the rock. In the case of groundwater bearing rocks, the porosity is a prior component. But when the strength is priority for using in construction purpose, less porous material are preferred since it is giving more durability and strength. More porous building stones are unsuitable for use in construction, especially for exposed surface of structures, because it will easily absorb the moisture. In that way, it will damage the entire building because of moisture presence in the building stone. Appearance. Appearance is a primary factor of building stone used for face work in order to give aesthetic view to the building. Its color and ability to receive polish is an important factor. Next one, toughness. Building stones should also be tough enough to withstand stresses developed due to vibrations of machinery and moving loads over them, almost similar to hardness. Next one, once again, I am generally classifying the rocks for the purpose of their each type of rock and their usage in engineering purpose. Engineering point of view, again, the rocks are classified as in the same manner in the case of a general classification. Igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. These are the general as well as engineering classification of the rock. First one, igneous rocks. These are most massive and strong rock. It will be light and dark color varieties of igneous rocks are available. Since it is directly forming from molten magma, the hardness and strength of igneous rocks will be high if it is not undergoing various disintegration and weathering process. Many of the igneous rocks are extensively used as material for construction due to very high crushing strength. Example, granite, syenite and dolerite. Igneous rocks are typically impervious, in other words, non-porous, hard and strong, form very strong foundation for dams and reservoirs. Next one, sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock compared to igneous rocks they are little less compressive strength offering rocks compared to igneous rocks because they are forming due to the process of sedimentation, accumulation of sediments, lithification, cementation and compaction process. Compared to igneous rocks, only few selected sedimentary rocks can be used for construction material. Sandstone is a commonly used construction material for various public building as well as residential building, but the usage of Sedimentary rock as foundation rock in dam and reservoir usage is very less. Sedimentary rocks have again varieties of uses are there. They can be used as mainly construction purpose, and they can be used for the flooring material also, but in very less. Here, limestone is a primary source material for manufacturing of Portland cement, and in construction practice, they are used as building stone and road stone. Limestone is one of the soft rock which is present among various varieties of sedimentary rock, but it can be used in the manufacturing of Portland cement. Another rock is shale. Shale is also one of the major type of sedimentary rock. It can be used in the manufacture of bricks and tile. Next one, metamorphic rock. We already observed how metamorphic rocks are forming. They are forming under the presence of very high temperature and pressure condition. They are mainly using as ornamental stones because of various aesthetic textures which is often by metamorphic rocks, and they can be used as building material, pavement material, for sculpture material, and even for roofing material also. Slate is one of the example of metamorphic rock which is used in roofing material. Next one, how the rock can be used as a foundation rock. What are the qualities it should have? Which are the rock which are preferably using as foundation rock? Rock foundation are always preferred because rocks offer a number of advantages compared with soil in terms of stability and durability. If we wanted to select a rock as foundation rock, it should having a relatively more compressive strength. The hard strata is very important since this is the place where entire load will be distributed. The rocks such as limestone, granite, sandstone, shale, and hard solid chalk have a high bearing capacity, which are extensively used for foundation. In order to withstand the total strength given by a superstructure, the soil foundation will be avoided with the presence of limestone, granite, sandstone, shale, and other weaker rocks also, because they are having more compaction compared to soil. Next one as a railway ballast. As we know, railway ballast are the foundation of railway track to which the ultimate load will be distributed. So function of ballast will be to provide firm and level bed for the sleepers to rest on. So again, the quality of foundation rock as a railway ballast is very important to allow for maintaining correct track level without disturbing the rail road bed, to discourage the growth of vegetation, to provide the surface of formation and to form an elastic bed, to hold the sleepers in position during the passage of train, to provide lateral stability to the track as a whole. So these are the various functions of a ballast is having. The entire stability of the track is rest upon the ballast. So the selection material of ballast is also very important. Among various types of rock, igneous rocks like quartzite and granites are extremely excellent ballast material. Types of railway ballast, sand ballast, murum ballast, coal ash or cinder, and broken stone ballast. Next one, rock in concrete aggregates. As we know, in concrete aggregate, the more percentage is occupying by the aggregates. So the properties of aggregate is also very important in concrete in order to get more compressive strength. Aggregates are used in concrete for very specific purposes. The use of coarse and fine aggregate in concrete provides significant economic benefits for the final cost of concrete in place. So the raw material for making cement is also obtained by rocks, and The percentage of aggregates are more in the case of concrete aggregates. So the selection of aggregates for the purpose of concrete mixing is also very important. Rock metal. The materials such as crushed rock, broken stone used to construct a road is known as road metal. The greater part of the body of road is generally constituted by the aggregate which bears main stress of all the traffic, so it is essential to select the right type of aggregate material for ensuring the stability and durability of road. It can be called as pavement material also. So generally, granite, basalt, sandstone, limestone, etc. are some of the important natural rocks from which road aggregates are obtained. And for flooring and roofing purposes, some of the rocks can be used only for roofing purposes. Like slate is an example, as I already said. Marbles, shale, dolerite, granites are extensively used for flooring purposes. The stones used for this purpose should be strong and able to resist abrasion and impact besides giving a pleasing appearance. Some of the stones which is used for floor construction are horta stone, granite, sandstone, marble, etc. Most of the foliated metamorphic rocks also can be used as roofing material. Type of rock used on monuments. As we all know, the world famous Taj Mahal, it is completely constructed with metamorphic rock called marble. The Red Fort is one of the most iconic symbol of India. It was made of by massive red sandstone. So, coming to the conclusion, in order to carry out civil engineering projects safely and successfully, such as construction road, bridges, tunnels, tanks, reservoirs, and buildings, selection of site is important from the viewpoint of stability of foundation and rock forming region, their physical nature, permeability, faults, joints, etc. Careful studies bring out the inherent advantages or disadvantages of a site, and such studies go a long way either in reducing or in increasing the cost of a structure.